Hello everyone. Welcome to today's session on currency convertibility, exchange rates, and direct and indirect codes. My name is Neha Shetty and I'm excited to break down these key concepts in international business. Let's dive in and explore how currencies interact with each other and how exchange rates impact global trade and investment. Now, let's begin with the convertibility of currency. Convertibility of currency means changing or converting the currency of a country into foreign exchange at market determined rate of exchange. Now you know the word market determined rate of exchange. It means that rate which is determined by the demand and supply of foreign currency in the foreign exchange market. There will be no interventions of government in fixing the rate of exchange. So, for example, converting of rupee, it means those who have foreign exchange, for example, US dollar, Japanese yen, etc. So, can make them or get them converted into rupees and vice versa at a market determined rate of exchange. So here, now the pertinent question is why there is need for converting currency. So while in foreign trade basement, you will come to know about various transactions that takes place right from import and exports of merchandise goods and services, then remittance of money, their transfer payments, then inflows of capital, outflows of capital. So all these transactions are translated into some receipts and payments of foreign currency. So now this foreign currency say that when importer has earned, then importer need to convert that money into a domestic currency. So then only the exporter can put the money for further investments as for or for export productions of the country. So as in the reverse way, in case of the importer, he need to import various like maybe materials or some machineries, goods, or maybe some other things. So now importer need to make the payment in foreign currency. So where the importer will convert the money from authorized dealer, but you know what, the conversion is not so easy. It is a situation when the government or like a monetary authority in India, like RBI, Reserve Bank of India, used to regulate it. But once India adopted that new reforms, that means like economic reform, what we call that liberalization, privatization, globalization policy. After that, economy is taking steps for opening the economy. Means they want to have more transactions with other countries. So now we are in more demand of foreign currency. Also, there is a need of converting the currency. So now, as we already discussed that various transactions takes place, that is import, export, inflows of capital, outflows of capital. So in all these transactions, the conversions of currency is necessary. So now those transactions, if you study the BOP, like what we say balance of payment account, there you will find the convertibility is classified into two categories or types. One is capital account convertibility and another one is current account convertibility. So let's start with the current account convertibility. So whenever we want to convert our Indian currency or any currency into foreign currency for the purpose of payment abroad, like for example, you want to go to abroad to pursue your studies in some university, or you went to get some medical treatment out of your country. So you would need some foreign currency to wherever the country you are approaching to. For the purpose, if you need a foreign currency, that would come under current account convertibility. That is all the payments that you do for trade purpose or medical purpose or sending remittance back to home country. So for their needs, you need foreign currency. It means it comes under current account convertibility. So I hope it is clear so as to the what constitutes current account convertibility. So we quickly go through the slide. Current account convertibility means ability to convert Indian rupees into foreign currency for educational purpose, trade purpose, availing medical services abroad, sending remittance, accessing foreign currency for travel abroad. In India, rupee conversion on current account is fully allowed and there is no restrictions on conversion of Indian rupee for current account purpose. Like it means whatever money you ask from the dealer or with to respect their services, they will give you the entire money. That means your Indian rupees will be fully convertible to foreign currency. Like there is no restrictions with regard to current account convertibility. So this is all about the current account convertibility. So next, so now talking about the capital account convertibility. In this case, if you want to convert Indian currency into foreign currency for the investment purpose, that is you want to buy some shares abroad or maybe you want to open or invest in some foreign companies, like that is considered as investment. Likewise, if some foreign institutional investors or some other foreign companies which want to invest in India, so they would being in a foreign currency or they would want to exchange it for Indian rupee, right? Because they want to invest in Indian market or company, so they would need to have a Indian rupee for that. So that comes under capital account convertibility because they are investing money into the companies or shares or stocks or bonds, whatever is the case. So in this case, it is a capital account convertibility. It means it is fully convertible, is not allowed in the case of Indian scenario. Because if you know that all the sectors are not yet open for 100% FDI, or we say that foreign direct investment. Sorry, it's not getting that. So what we say that like most of the companies are not yet allowed for 100% FDI. Like there are so many sectors like they don't allow the 100% FDI. It may be you can take an example of a railway sector. It regulates on still on with the government only. Like if you take cigarettes or cigarettes or constructions of farms or houses or real estate business, no FDI is allowed in their sectors. So we can say that it is partially allowed and not fully allowed. So this is all about the capital account convertibility. So now move towards currency depreciation and appreciation rate. Now let's see how are exchange rates determined. The current exchange rate for 1 US dollar is around 85 rupees. That means we need to pay 85 rupees to get 1 US dollar. So the question is, how were these rates are decided? So there are two ways by which countries can value its currency. One is fixed exchange rate and the other is floating exchange rate. A fixed exchange rate, as the name suggests, it is fixed by the country's central bank. So central bank, based on various parameters, decides what would be the good exchange rate for its own currency. Now, in the floating exchange rate, the rates are decided by the demand and supply forces of the market. So, see, like in economics has a very simple rule. Like whenever demand for something increases, its price tends to increase. And when the demand drops, price also drops. So in case of our dollar versus rupees, if the demand for dollar increases, then dollar becomes stronger and rupee becomes weaker, and it's like vice versa. Let's understand this with an example. Suppose demand for US made goods increases in India, then in order to pay for these imports, India will need more dollars to pay for it. So demand for dollar increases and so dollar price also increases and we have to pay more for dollar. Like it means the value of rupee has decreased. The economic term for this decrease is depreciation. On the other hand, like if there is an increasing in demand for Indian goods and services in the US market, then USA will need more rupees to pay for goods exported out from the India. So here what happens here, rupees strengthens, price of dollar decreases. So this increase in the value of rupee is known as appreciation. So here we confirm that increase in value of rupee is appreciation and decrease in the value of rupee is depreciation. So this is all about the appreciation and depreciation rate. So, So, what I'm trying to convey is that when you have to identify which currency in the exchange rate, or I would say in the forex market, which currency is appreciating or which currency is depreciating, it is very simple. Identify two factors: the spot rate of that currency and the forward rate of that currency. Like in example, here we are considering rate of dollar quoted by the bank in the spot and 3 months forward. So I just mentioned spot rate is US dollar 1 equals to Indian rupee 85, and 3 months forward 1 US dollar equals to INR 86. Like what do we find over there? Month's time, the price of the dollar is expected to rise from 85 to 86. We would say dollar is appreciating in the forward market, or in the other words, dollar is quoted at premium in the forward market. I believe you people are trying to understand what I just conveyed. So dollar is appreciating in the forward market, and when dollar is appreciating, it is appreciating against which currency, that also is like worth mentioning. So the right way to mention that point is dollar is found to be appreciate against Indian rupee. In other words, Indian rupee is found to be depreciate against US dollar. So we would then conclude if the price of dollar is rising in the forward market, we would say that dollar is quoted at premium in the forward market. And we would also conclude that rupee is quoted at discount in the forward market. So this is all about depreciation and appreciation rate. So, so now let's move ahead and deal with the connecting concept, that is premium and discount rates. So let's begin with an example. Spot rate is given as USD 1 equal to INR 85. Forward rate is given as USD 1 equal to INR 89. Let us see what do we observe from this. The spot rate of dollar is INR 85 and 1 year forward rate of dollar is INR 89. So the first observation, we find that US dollar is appreciating against Indian rupee. So obviously Indian rupee is depreciating against US dollar. Exactly what we concluded in the earlier. Connecting point would be USD is quoted at premium in the forward market. So this is the spot rate. This is the forward rate. As the forward rate is higher than the spot rate, we conclude that USD, the quote is given for USD. So we would say US is quoted at the premium in the forward market. So obviously INR will be quoted at discount in the forward market. So now we definitely find out what is quoted at premium and what is quoted at discount in the forward market. So this is about premium and discount rate. Now the next concept is direct and indirect quotes. So for example, if I say that $1 is equal to 85 rupees, so $1 is equal to 85 rupees, I can also say that 1 rupees, you know that if I take the inverse of it becomes like 0.01176. So both are correct only. However, the conversion is, we follow the first, like in India, we say that $1 is equal to 85 rupees. So here, the numerator is a price currency and the denominator is a base currency. So now what does the direct quote means? So now if I say that $1 is equal to 85 rupees, that means for per unit of foreign currency, when we quote in domestic currency, it is called direct quote. So we follow the direct quote in India. Okay. For per unit of US dollar in the foreign currency, so for per unit of foreign currency dollar, domestic currency we need is actually 85. So this is called as direct quote. So now when I say 1 rupee is equal to $0.01176, this is called as indirect quote. That means that for per unit of domestic currency, we are quoting in foreign currency. This is all about direct and indirect currency. So here I completed or explained all the concepts. So if you have any questions, please comment down. And if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.